There's a lady at my golf course that talks about you every time I see her.
just because I'm Southern too.
Well, yeah, she just likes your comments. She's like, "Oh, Fortune." I mean, every time.
That's
we talk about
hilarious.
Fortune. I say, "What about Tom?" And she goes, "Not a fan." Specifically.
This is What a Joke
with Tom Papa and Fortune Feemster
on Netflix is a Joke Radio.
I was so impressed that you were able to pull this together and get stage time and put this up. It's impressive.
Well, you haven't seen me yet, Fortune. So
you're always funny. You're
gonna
always
just
funny.
be like, "Oh, that makes sense." Okay.
Oh, I see. I get it.
I see.
I think you're one of the funniest stand-ups working. So
The special is very impressive, Nate. It really is. I like how you got your daughter to intro it. She's growing up. She's really growing up.
She loves it. We shot a bunch of stuff for the Netflix and the announcements and stuff, and she did all that. The goal of it is to have her do every one, and then we kind of get to do something together. And then the older she gets, the more involved that beginning can become. You know,
It's a very funny bit you have too about her with her YouTube channel.
She didn't like that one. No. She goes, that's the only one she doesn't like. Because I feel like she thinks I'm making fun of her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not and I'm trying to explain. I was like, no, it's because every kid does this.
right.
So everybody, I was like, it's not you. It's just in general.
That's their
That's what kids do. They all
that's their
make these
goal
videos.
now. It used to be if you said you want to be what do you want to be? A doctor, fireman, lawyer. Now they're like YouTube star.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all they want to be, a YouTuber, which is frustrating as a comedian. It's like I haven't wrapped my head around that, like just being a YouTuber, just creating like a content creator. Like we build acts,
Right,
like we look at it as like, it's this show and I got to build this act and it's got to travel. It's got to be it's got to work in every state. And then they're just at home, just, hello guys, what's going on? Well, and you're like,
yeah, and I love. I'll blow the joke a little bit, but I love that you say that she's a YouTuber. But it's my wife and I are the only subscribers. We're the only one. We're just watching it on our phone. It's just
She's
the
like,
two of us.
4 views today.
oh wow, she's seeing a buzz. They goes, I hear she's on her own phone, just being like, well, I'm hearing a lot of people are talking about it. You're like, no, me and your mom. We're saying that we don't think you should be on the phone that much. Is what you're hearing.
She wants to be a YouTuber, which as a comedian makes me furious. She watches all these kid YouTube videos, and now she makes her own videos. It's just her sitting there going, hey guys, what's going on? Click the links below, subscribe, leave a comment. None of this is anywhere but my phone. I got 90 hours of this, not on YouTube. Me and her mom are the only subscribers. She just watches kids playing with toys too. Like, that's what's crazy. It's not like a show. I'd be fine if she watched a show. She watches just a kid that's like, hey, you don't have this toy? I do. You want to see me open it? It's got 5 billion views. It looks like we buy her nothing. Like, we just show her, if you want to watch a kid have fun, but you're never going to have fun in this house.
Will you at least beat every other comic to the punch of COVID jokes because no one else is?
That was getting it out, getting those COVID jokes out. You just were like, when you're so worried, you're like, we're all attacking this thing.
Right.
There's no way we're going to be different. And so you're just trying to hurry. I remember watching, I watched Kevin Hart's special. You're just like sitting there like, please don't. Just be straight up everything I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to start building a set soon, or you take a little break, or?
I just want to be ready really by the time the theaters come, whether it's August, September, or whatever's going to happen.
Yeah.
You need more than an hour. That's what's getting so tough.
Yeah.
It used to be an hour. And that's all you thought of. 45 minutes was like, I'll do 45 minutes. And now, you need like an hour 10 worth of material, or hour 15, something like that.
I know. It keeps growing.
So much. It keeps growing. I know they want you like, how long am I supposed to be up here?
I know. It's not like we can sing Freebird, every freaking time.
It's a lot. It's not like we don't know how to be funny. We know how to be funny, but it's like, what are we talking about? Like, it's
Yeah.
I know.
it's
Well, to craft a set, it's not like a crapshoot. You're like really crafting almost like a mini novel that's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
that's got to flow.
Yeah.
We were talking with Louis Anderson the other day, and he said that his mindset now when he's doing sets, he goes, I used to think I've got to do an hour, I've got to do an hour 10. And he goes, now I just think, when is it enough?
Yeah.
And, not thinking about like what you're going to have to film, but just for the evening, what is enough? And sometimes it's way too long, and sometimes maybe it's a little short, but he just kind of reads the room and just kind of flows with it.
You can tell. You can tell when, especially corporate shows. Corporate shows are the most where you can feel that you go, that's enough. And
Yeah.
they don't need more than that. I try to talk down corporate shows. I mean, when they're like, they go, we're running behind. You're like, I'll do 30. What do you mean do 30? Like, and I feel like they feel bad for you. Like they go, well, we want you to do your time. You're like,
You go,
I don't need this. It's not like I don't need this validation. I want to get in and get out as quick as I can.
Yeah.
So
I'm like that too at the casinos. They're like, you have to be done at 7:59. I'm like,
Yeah.
great.
yeah, no problem.
No worries.
I'll do you one better. 7:47.
That's right.
You start going.
So as comedians, we do a lot of corporate events, and I was doing this corporate event in Tampa, Florida, and it was for this guy. He ran Tampa's electricity or something. I don't know what anybody does, but he invented the electricity in Florida. So yeah, he's doing real good, and he was a very nice guy. He's very generous. He was all his employees. He was raffling off 2 cars. He gave away a bunch of TVs, iPads. I mean, honestly, probably $100,000 worth of gifts he was giving back to his employees. Very nice. Well, I was one of these gifts that he was giving back. So in the middle of giving this stuff away, he stops and goes, all right, got a big surprise for you. Can't believe we got this guy to come here. And he brings me out. I mean, nobody's heard of me at all. I mean, they're all looking at it like, I think I could get this guy to come to my house. I mean, who is... I start doing my act. I do 1 hour and just 0 laughs. I mean, nothing. And I'm not doing new jokes. I'm doing the greatest hits. I told the iced coffee with milk story 3 times. I kept just doing it. I was like, all right, I'm going to do it one more time. I don't think y'all were listening. People were leaving. The guy that drove me asked someone that left, and he just goes, hey, is the comedy show almost over? And the guy goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. There's a guy giving a speech up there right now, so maybe after that.
You have fun though with you're on your podcast. It's fun to see you and your buddies shooting the shit and giving each other a hard time. And
I mean, that's what it is. Sometimes you do get people. They get like they would write like "Don't be mean," and you're like, well, that's what it is. Like all comedy is mean. It comes from a mean place. No comedy comes from just a very happy place. It's an annoyed place.
yeah.
So that's what's fun. You just kind of got to rip on each other.
Yeah. I saw your wife on there. Does she do it regularly?
She's producing it.
Gotcha.
And then we did one episode with her because I would always get a lot of questions about her.
Mm-hmm.
And because I talk about her a lot. And so we did an episode and just talked about it. It was actually kind of fun because I was like, I even learned stuff just from us starting in New York and coming from her perspective. Because we started dating before I ever even started comedy.
Yeah.
So she was along for the ride, not knowing if it's going to work out or not work out.
Mm-hmm.
And so that episode's still like, I think our biggest episode where people want to know like, what's it like? Because everybody thinks we're just this fun all the time. Yeah. And we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
Well, I was curious because my wife does do my podcast with me. Not every episode, but quite a bit, and I was just curious about y'all's journey. So it was cool to listen to.
Yeah, it's fun to. I mean, I think people like
It's really unfortunate though that you guys are all putting your spouses in, because then it makes people who like myself who decided I'm not putting my wife in it to have to deal with questions about like, well,
but why not?
Nate puts his wife on. Yeah, why? What's the big deal? Why not me?
Why can't I get on?
It used to be, well, nobody does it.
Yeah, well, you would be someone that I think a lot of your fans would love to hear about
Yeah.
your family and kids, like, and what they think about it.
You should do a
You should do
podcast.
it.
Have Cynthia on an episode.
Well, it was nice having you on the show, Nate. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming by. I don't want
I get
to.
it. Look,
Well, that's your call.
my wife doesn't want to a ton. Like she was
really?
on that one. She definitely doesn't want to be on.
Jax is like that too, but I'm like, I can't talk by myself. You have to do this with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought about having like my sister, and like I was thinking about I could have them on, but it's true. When you go, well, I can't. I gotta have someone help,
Yeah.
and you realize that they don't know how to. We can talk to a wall if we have to, like.
Right.
You know, like this is all we do is talk. And so when you have someone that can't, it is very tough. And sometimes you might want to be like, unless you want to have a fight on camera, then it might not be best for you to be on it. Yeah.